All right. So I think everybody knows we're big proponents of Toyota. They do a lot to help the aftermarket. But it would almost seem that there's a little bit of a disconnect
between Toyota and their marketing department?
Yeah, between Toyota that supports us and the marketing department. We've got a ton of messages.
This video is brought to you by Shop-Ware. It's the shop management system that I use. It's the shop management system Lucas uses. We absolutely love it. And if you click on the link in the description, then you can get a demo for yourself. And we think that you will love it just as much as we do. And if you don't, well, I don't know what to tell you. You probably put ranch dressing on all your food, in which case there is no help for you. So a huge thank you to Shop-Ware. And now onto the video.
A ton of comments about this. So,
but they need to understand that Toyota hires a marketing agency, and that marketing agency then puts this garbage out. They don't know.
I know,
and they don't understand the dynamics.
The Toyota people that are here right now, we know for a fact would be like, "Oh my God," right?
If they've seen it. If they haven't seen it. If they've seen it, they'd be like, yeah, sorry about that.
Right, but you know what I'm saying? These are technical guys.
And these are technical guys whose job is to cultivate that relationship between themselves and the aftermarket. And then to see the aftermarket disparaged like this is a problem. You know, at the end of the day, I think the only way forward, and I want to see if you've got a rebuttal or a yeah, but. Why aren't the OEs pushing a certification program for independent repair shops?
I think we're getting closer and closer.
Nobody's talking about it. I haven't heard anybody talking about it.
I was in a meeting a while back that had a number of OEs in it, and that was one of the things that was talked about. Collision does it, right? It's already a thing in collision.
Yeah. Is it a thing in collision?
It is a thing in collision. We've got a friend at Audi who points out that the majority of Audi collision shops are aftermarket shops. They're not Audi dealers. And I think that the people who are in an event like this, their primary focus is getting the car fixed properly, not necessarily who fixes the car. They recognize, the good manufacturers, the good OEs recognize that their brand is judged on the work that I do in the aftermarket, on the work that the OEM dealer does on their car. And so they find it very important that the people who are working on their car are qualified, doing a good job. The people who are at an event like this, we're at ETI Tool Tech 2023, they care about the person driving the car. They care about our industry. These are technicians. These are people who started from the ground up, right? They were porters in repair shops. They worked in a dealer. They worked their way up, and now they're in engineering departments. They're in executive roles with these manufacturers. And at the end of the day, they care about the person that drives the car.
It freaks me out that you're looking into the camera.
It looks really weird if I'm looking at you.
I know. We should have done across the table from each other. I didn't want to get up. I'm sore.
And so the thing at the end of the day is that we're not against each other for the most part. I don't think this is a clear representation of the manufacturer's view. So I really do believe that there is a potential for factory trained. Ford offers factory trained.
Does this make us look like we're simping for Toyota?
I would in a heartbeat. I love my Toyota vehicle. I love my Toyota vehicle. Right? Like, how many of them do I have?
I don't.
A bunch.
I have no idea. Do you?
Yeah, I have.
Doesn't your wife drive a Nissan?
She does. That's terrible.
That just means you don't love her.
No, I love her very much, but the problem is like she only drives 50,000 miles a year, so I only have to put a transmission in it every 2 years. I'm up to 3 now.
50,000 a year, or 5,000 a year?
5,000 a year. 5,000.
So every other year.
It's only got 50,000 on it. It's a 2015. It's got 5,000 or 50,000 miles on it, and it has had 3 transmissions at this point.
Well, that's normal.
All right, let's watch the video.
There's factory trained and not so factory
That, my friends, is offensive.
trained. Trust the experts.
I'll
How do you
point
feel
out
about Jan? It's kind of a weird mascot. It's like it was a whole thing with like a Flow from Progressive, and then Jan from Toyota, but they've like held on to Jan for a while.
I do not connect with that at all. I don't
With Jan?
like Flo from Progressive. I know who she is. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't stand out to me.
Jan?
It's not good marketing, in my opinion. The voice is not good for it. The appearance is not good for Toyota. It doesn't.
Are
It doesn't
you
stand
talking
out.
about the Jan or the grease monkey?
They use
Jan?
They use the same voiceover. It almost looks AI to me, but
Jan?
yeah. Look at that. Does that picture not look AI to you?
I mean, it looks like Jan, but she's been around for, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years? Dude, Jan's been around for a minute.
I know. I'm just saying it doesn't, like, I don't think it resonates with the people who buy Toyotas. I don't think they care. I don't think they know who Jan is. I don't know who Jan is, and I'm a huge Toyota fan. I watch
You didn't
Toyota
know
ads
Jan?
from time to time.
You didn't know. Did you know her name was Jan?
No, I didn't have a clue. I know who Flo is, right? I know who
If
I know
you
who
buy
the Gecko is. I don't know who
Gecko.
Jan is.
if you buy like a Prius, they almost always go back to the dealership.
We work on
The
Priuses.
dealership, I do too, but I'm saying as many Priuses get sold in Kansas City area, I don't see enough of them. I should be going after them more aggressively, but I think in the consumer's mind, I'm driving a very technical vehicle and I can't just take it to any shop. I've got to go back to Toyota, and I think Toyota's done a good job of convincing them that that's the case.
Don't you think it's really interesting that Toyota was trying to make sure they found independent and aftermarket shops to use their software to make sure it was going to work properly, to make sure it was going to work for the aftermarket shops?
I mean that's cool, but I think they just wanted more feedback.
But my point is they're the most supportive. I think GM and Toyota are the most supportive of the aftermarket by far. I mean, I think Honda's pretty good too, but I think it's
Honda's
leaps
good.
and bounds. And you know, I really believe them when they say, hey, like all we really care about is making sure the vehicle gets fixed. The guys that are here, they say,
But
look,
the
all I
problem
care
is
about is
not-
getting the vehicle fixed. I don't care who fixes it. It doesn't matter to me.
That's the manufacturer saying that. The dealership has a completely different goal, philosophy, and mindset.
And I would say that this marketing is not from corporate Toyota. I would say this is probably a network of dealerships that go together. And
No,
you don't think so?
no. This is just corporate Toyota buying ads from a marketing agency, and they're like, "Hey, run some ads," and then they're like, "Hey, we're going to do this whole thing. Trust the experts, and we're going to represent."
It's more
repair
offensive to me
shops.
than the whole Bud Light deal and all that other stuff. This is far more offensive.
Why are you bringing up stuff like that? Let's not go down to that.
I don't plan on it. I'm just saying this is more offensive to me than
You
all
don't
of that.
plan on it. You did it.
Which is more offensive to you?
Um,
That image and that concept is exactly what we're trying to get away from in this industry.
It makes me shake my head. I don't care.
Okay,
I don't care. Like
it
I don't.
bothers me.
It doesn't bother me.
I guess 'cause
The
you know it's
last
not
guy.
true.
What's that?
I guess because you know it's not true.
Yeah, it's not true. It's not true. And you look at what's the dude from California? He just came across my Facebook feed.
Rocky
No.
Purdy.
He's it's like Tokyo Motorsports. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Tatsu. Is that how you say his name? I don't know. I'm sorry, Tats. I don't know how to say your name. I just know how Cecil says it, so that's what I say. I don't mean to be offensive, I promise.
You go to a shop like his. He's a specialty shop. He does Asian vehicles. I think he just does Toyotas. Doesn't he just do Toyotas? Maybe he does every Asian. But that guy's like all over Facebook networking, talking about training, talking about how to run his shop properly.
Probably one of the best shops in the country.
Maybe I've never been there, but my point is, you take that and that's not being represented here, and so like that's not what our shop looks like.
Exactly.
And does.
Same. Same. I might have 1952 orange uniforms. That
I would,
David
at the
hates.
very least, put that duct tape and make sure it's black.
Yeah, or put it on the inside.
Yeah, you put it on the inside. I've got a tire machine. You put it on the inside. Isn't that what a chemical patch is at the end of the day?
No.
It's not duct tape?
No, it's not.
A plug with the little patch thing on it.
You know, it's funny because I've watched Seth go around this entire event, and just every time you walk by, he walks up to somebody and he's like, hey, see that guy over there? Yeah, he puts plugs in sidewalls.
That's not true. He is not doing that. Dude, is
I'm
he really
pretty
doing
sure
that?
he is, yeah.
You're pretty sure he's not doing that.
Okay.
That would be hilarious, though. If
It would
he
be.
was.
It would
be
be.
hilarious.
Seth, are you doing that?
The fact that you put it out there, that's hilarious, too.
I love Seth. Seth is awesome.
My point is that I don't see, it's not true. And so, and it bothered a lot of people, though. If that doesn't represent you, don't let it bother you. It's whatever. Let them say what they're going to say.
Yep, exactly. Because that's not who we are.
There you go.